What's up, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to make something along the lines of this. It's not too hard. You can use it in different colors, do your own lighting. Just get started. I'm using C4D R17. What you want to do is just grab you a simple cube. You want to add a little fillet on the ends. I want to change my display so I can see these lines here. We're going to take that radius, we're going to bring it down just so it has a nice little soft edge on it. I'm going to take me a mograph cloner. I'm going to drop my cube into that cloner. On the cloner properties, I'm going to change it from linear to grid array. I'm going to take and center these down and spread them out, changing the center property to 1 and 3. Spread these out this way. We're going to end up with something like this, but obviously we need a lot more. So let's do a count of 20 by 20. They're all overlapping. You can just grab these sides and stretch them out so that they are just barely on edge touching, or close to touching on their fillet edge. And we'll copy this 3823 over to this other side because they're square and they should give us enough area to be able to get a nice little wallpaper size here. Now we're going to take and we are going to add an effector, a random effector, but it puts all these splits in here, so we're going to make some adjustments to that random effector. I'm going to take my axes here of the randomness and we're going to zero all those out. We're going to take our y-axis and we can add as much random as we want. I'm going to bring it just to where some of these bottom cubes that I see are touching, but you can't see underneath them. And that should give us something like this. We're going to want to drop some spheres on here. So we are going to add a few physics. Let's go ahead and grab us a sphere. We're going to do the same thing with the sphere by adding it to a mograph cloner. Drop the sphere into the cloner. I'll pull this sphere or this cloner up a little bit so I can see it. Again, turn it into a grid array. Bring the height down to 1. I'm not going to add 20, I'm just going to add 10 by 10. I don't have as many, and we're going to spread those out so that they're not touching in that direction, and we'll copy that over for the other direction. That gives us some spheres to drop down on here. It might be a few too many. Let's bring this to 7 by 7. We may want to take our sphere and resize it a little bit so they're a little bit smaller. Okay, now we are going to add some tags here. We're going to add a simulation tag, a rigid body, onto our sphere cloner. We're going to take our boxes, our cubes, and add a simulation tag as a collider body. We're going to go to our sphere cloner properties We want individual elements on all of those. And let's see what happens here. There we go. We're going to add a few more frames here, just to give it time for them to roll around and we don't have it stopping on us. So let's give us a little good angle here. And we can pause that anywhere we want. Find something we think we might like. Okay, now we just need to add some textures. I'm going to add a double click and add two textures, one for the blocks and one for the spheres. You can pick any color you want. I think I may go with a little bit of I'll try red. I might like the color, I might not. Let's try red on these spheres. And I'm going to go to my reflectance, default specular. I'm going to change this from blend legacy to BGX. I'm going to bring the roughness down, reflection strength up, and bring the bump strength down to about where the reflection strength is. Now we need to do the other color. I guess I may go with just a gray. I will go to reflectance and do the same thing with the specular, change it from legacy to GGX. Bump strength down and roughness. Give it more of a shiny look. Let's add the gray onto the spheres. I'll put that on that cloner. And add the red to this cloner. We're going to need some lighting. Let's go ahead and make us some lights. I'm going to move those a certain way like that to give some shadow, but still make it pretty bright. And we're going to take one more, put it out over there somewhere. I'm going to take the properties of these lights. I'm going to add a little bit of an orange hue, just slightly. And we're going to turn these into soft shadows, make sure they have soft shadows. We can go to our shadow properties and increase this a little bit to 750 so we'll have a little more crisp. This looks pretty good. Find a nice spot that you like. You'll want to go into your render settings, edit render settings, put it to the size of wallpaper you wish. Mine is going to be 1920 by 1080. We will go to our anti-aliasing and put it on best. Find our camera angle we wish to use. And give it a render. And there you have it, guys. If you like this tutorial and want to see more of things like this and how to do them, be sure to check me out on my Patreon with the link in the description below. You can get full tutorials just like this, and I'm going to be bringing a lot more of them for only $1 a month. Anyways, try and fail, but never fail to try. Okay, I'm out.